Good evening, students. Am I audible? Please confirm in the chat box. Students, am I audible? Thank you for confirming. So let's proceed with our session today. Welcome to the new batch of Python. This is batch 306. So, welcome to join the logiclabstechnology.com. In case my name is your trainer, name is Ritu. My name is Ritu. You can always contact me in case after this session you want to contact me and ask me question regarding your batches. You can always mail me on my personal mail ID, that is ritu@logiclabs.com. Log ritu.logiclabs@gmail.com. Sorry, @gmail.com. In case of any query, you can always mail me here. Okay, and I'm always there to help you out. Now let's proceed with our session. You can always contact in case of any batch regarding query. You can always contact our support team at this on the mail ID support@logiclabstech.com. After this, our Python batch is starting from the 7th May 2024. Time is 4:30 p.m. That is Indian Standard Time. Course fee is 130 and duration of the course is 40 days. In case of any query, as I've told you, you can contact our Logic Labs team. First 5 sessions will be free to attend, and from the 6th session, Zoom link will be shared to the registered participants only. No batch shifting is allowed. And in case of any updates, you need to join our WhatsApp community group. Please, if you want to go ahead with the session recording and notes, you can always go ahead with this. You can always contact our WhatsApp group. You can join our, if there is a batch cancellation or anything will be there, you need to copy this link and you'll be able to contact us. You'll be able to get all the WhatsApp or you'll get all the WhatsApp updates on this. Right? Logic Lab support team is available from Monday to Saturday in between 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Our website is www.logiclabstech.com. You can, Telegram group is mentioned here. Facebook, you can always join us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn as well. Now, let's proceed with the session. Hope this information is helpful for you. For any session update, please just go ahead and join the WhatsApp community group. The link is mentioned here. Now let's proceed. As I've told you, my name is Ritu. Let's go ahead and join the session today. First of all, if we are proceeding with the Python, we need to understand what actually the Python is. Right? So in order to understand Python, we need to understand that it is a general purpose, simple, platform independent, highly interpreted and high level programming language. Now, how is this simple, platform independent, highly interpreted, high level programming language? Is it easy to say that? But when we start working in Python programming, we'll come to know that how simple the language is. But the thing is, if you want to proceed with the session, if you want to proceed with the Python, you need to join the group. You need to join the batch every day. Okay, please join the session. That will be very easier for you. Then it will be the first hand work for you. Okay, so let's go ahead. Now, with the help of Python, see, if you people are not from the Python background and you want to learn the Python, whether you want to go ahead with the machine learning, whether you want to go ahead with the deep learning, or if you want to proceed your career in AI also, you need to have the knowledge of Python. In our Python session, we'll start from the basic and we'll go ahead after basic till advanced. We'll go ahead with advanced level. So, so don't forget and join us every day. So, as I've told you, it is a general purpose, simple, platform independent, highly interpreted, and high level programming language. What are the benefits? What are the benefits of Python programming? What kind of applications one can develop by using the Python? See, when we are proceeding with the Python programming, we can develop many types of applications. Like if we want to proceed and we want to develop any website, we can go ahead with the Python. As earlier we were doing it with the Java programming, C, C++, now we can also go ahead and do this with the Python programming. We can also develop the gaming application. Like whosoever is interested in the gaming applications, they can proceed their careers in this. Artificial intelligence applications is developed by, you need to have the knowledge as I've told you of Python, like machine learning, deep learning, etc. For that, you have to have the knowledge of Python. Desktop GUI. What is desktop GUI? It is a graphical user interface application. So we can always proceed our career in this also. Now, if we want to make our career in image processing application, like if we want to make our career in image processing, we can also proceed with the Python programming. Text programming based applications can be developed by using the Python programming. Business applications, one can develop audio and video based applications. Like if we want to proceed our career in YouTube, right? As we can see not many videos on the YouTube audio and video space. So if you want to make your career there, you need to have the knowledge of Python. So if you want to go ahead web scraping, harvesting applications, all these applications can be developed by using the Python programming language. We can also proceed data visualization. Like if you want to go ahead and want to solve numerical and complex mathematical operations, you can proceed with the Python again. Software development. If you want to proceed a career in software development, we need Python. Operating system installers, they need Python. CAD and CAM based applications, they need Python. So it is the hottest selling application nowadays. Okay, so that we need to have knowledge of. For all these, if you want to go ahead with data analysis and data analytics, we want to go ahead with the automation industry of testing, because in the automation industry, we have the sensors nowadays. So if we want to go ahead and make our career in any of the fields, we need to have the knowledge of Python. Even the schools, even the colleges, they all are using the education-based programs, or also even the banking sector, they all are using the Python programming language. Now let's proceed. Any questions till now, students? Any questions till now? In case of any questions, you can drop in the message in the chat box, or you can raise your hand. I'm always there to help you. Any questions till now? students, I want my class to be interactive. So please, I request you to, whenever I'll ask you the question, you can just let me know. Just let me know. Very good. So let's proceed. Now let's start with the Python. Now when we start with the Python, right now we have just come to know that what actually the Python is and what type of applications we can develop by using the Python. Now when we start with the Python, before that we need to have knowledge of history of Python, then version of Python, versions which MNCs are using. Okay, downloading process of Python software. Then Python programming is inspired from, and after that we'll start with the features. We'll start with the features of Python. What are the key features of Python? So let's proceed with the history of Python. Let's start. As I've told you that Python is one of the general purpose programming language used in many applications. And we can develop all the real-time applications with the help of Python. Python programming was conceived in year 1980. It was conceived means Guido van Rossum, who was the father of Python programming language. He started working on Python in the year 1980. And it was programming was implemented, brought into action, means it was implemented. So although he has started working on the Python in year 1980, but it implemented in the year 1989 and lastly officially released to the industry in 1991, February 20. So it took 11 years to develop this programming language and to release it officially. It took 11 years. Okay. So the Python programming language was developed by Guido van Rossum, who was the father of Python programming language. Now it was developed at CWI, that is Centrum Wiskunde Informatica Institute in Netherlands. So it was developed in Netherlands, as ABC programming language is the predecessor of the Python programming language. Now, if we talk about the Python programming language, although we are getting the latest updates and all, so where actually, who and where it's taking care of? See, a non-commercial organization, that is PSF, Python Software Foundation, is taking care of Python programming language now. Now, official website of Python Software Foundation is www.python.org, from where we can easily and freely download the Python software. Now, let's proceed with the versions of Python. First of all, let me show you the downloading process of Python. Let me show you the downloading process of Python. See, let's go to Chrome, where what you need to go is you just need to go to the official website, that is www.python.org. So when we'll go ahead with www.python.org, just go on there, you will get such screen. You can see such screen. Here, what you need to do is, you just need to go ahead. You just need to go ahead with the download. Now, download for Windows, that is Python 3.12.3. So this is the latest version. This is the latest version of Python. So we need to download it from here. Python 3.9 plus cannot be used on Windows 7 or earlier. Please remember this, that Python 3.9 plus cannot be used. Let me show you one more thing. There are many versions of Python. There are many versions of Python which MNCs are using. See, versions of the numerical identity given by product or the project bench. So right now we have three versions of Python software. The major version is 1, 2, and 3. So these are the three versions. If we talk about point X, point 1, point 0, point 2, point 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the minor versions, which comes after point 3 point X, 3.0, 3.1, 3.2. These are the minor versions. 1 is the major version, point X, point 1, point 2, point 3. These are the minor versions. And if we talk about the Python 1.2, major version 1, it is outdated nowadays. So we cannot proceed. If we try to download this, we won't be able to download this on our system because this is now outdated version and Python does not support the backward compatibility. After that, we have Python 2.x, where 2 is the major version and x represents the minor version. Here also we have 3 or 2.0, 2.1, 2, 3 till 7. Now, as we are talking about the latest version, our latest version is Python 3.x. Was the 3 is the major version. Now, the latest version is 3.12.3. In my last batch is with 3.12.2. Now it's 3.12.2 is the latest version, right? So what you need to do is I can show you here also. I can show you here also, like we were proceeding with the downloading process. Just a second, Stu, please. Yes. So the latest version is 3.12.3. Point 3 means the minor changes are taking place in this. So point 3.12 is one of the major change which takes place. Now we can also go ahead with all the releases. We can see all the versions here. See, 3.3 is pre-13 is pre-release and it is planned to be released on 1st of October 2024. Okay, and it will end up to support till 10/2029. See, we can see the versions here. What all are the versions? 3.12.3. It was released on April 9, 2023. We can see all the versions. We can see all the versions here. We can also go ahead with the older releases and we can see. Let me show you. See. This page only provides the links to older releases which are not listed in the release database. Okay, so here we can actually see if you want to, if you have Mac OS, you can download it. It is mentioned here how to download this. How to download this. Some students face such issues that we are working on the MacBook. So how to download it on this? So Mac OS, we have the information here, right? Is this clear? So what you need to do is just go ahead to the downloads, click on this, and you'll be able to download it. Once you download it, see, although it is already there in my system, it is asking me to upgrade it now. Upgrade it now. And or you will get the option of installation. Installation. See, I'm upgrading it. Once you get the option of installation, you need to click on all it, like pip, ideally shell, you need to click on all, and then you need to press OK. Then only it will be able to download the whole Python program. Clear to you? Clear to you guys? Then the Python software will be easily downloaded to your system. Very good. Meanwhile, let's proceed further. Let's proceed further. Now, when we are talking about the versions, let's proceed. We recommend you to download Python 3.12.3, which is the major version, from www.python.org. Python.org. Let me go ahead. 3. Now it's 3, so just go through it. Now, features of Python programming. Now let's proceed with the features. What all are the features of Python programming language? See, when we talk about the features, we have the 10 features. We have the 10 features. But before that, we need to understand what is the meaning of features. It has 11 features, but we always mention 10 features. Okay. So whenever we talk about the features of a language, they are nothing but the services or facilities provided by the language developers in the languages, and they are used by the language programmers for developing the real-time application. Although we mentioned the 11 features, but we always go ahead with the 10 features. Okay, let's proceed. What all are the features? Simple, freeware and open source, platform independent language, dynamically typed language, interpreted programming language, high-level programming language, robust, extensible, embedded, both functional and object-oriented programming language, and it also supports the third-party APIs, like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, SkyPy, Scikit, Keras, Seven, etc. So we'll discuss till here. So what do we understand by this simple? What do we understand by this simple? Now, how the Python is a simple language. Python is inspired from the 4 different programming languages. It has learned functional programming from C, or object-oriented programming from C++, modular programming language from Modulo 3, and scripting programming from Perl, right? So it is inspired from the 4 different programming languages. Now, in order to understand how actually it is a simple language, it is a simple programming language because of its 3 important technical factors. What are those? It has a rich set of APIs. Now, what are the APIs? APIs are the libraries so that we can reuse the predefined code. We can reuse the predefined code because of its rich set of APIs. So with that, we need not to write our own code. So Python-based applications are easy to develop. Python programming language has a rich set of APIs so that the Python programmer can reuse the predefined code without writing our own code, and hence Python-based applications are easy to develop. Now, what is an API? API, as I've told you, it is a library. Now, definition of API. API is an application programming interface, and it is a collection of modules. API is a collection of module, and module is a collection of functions, variables, and classes. What is that? It is a collection of functions, variables, and classes. Let's proceed and see whether it is downloaded or not. It is downloaded. It is downloaded. Now, setup was successful. Once you download this, you will be able to see such type of screen. You'll get such type of screen, students. Now we can see the screen, and if because there the font will be very small, and if you want to go ahead with the to increase the font, you need to click on this, go to the properties, click on this, and here you can adjust the font according to your wish and the size of the font and the font answer. Then click OK. You'll be able to. You get such screen. Right? Clear to everyone? Clear? No response. Sleeping. Is it that boring? Is the Python that boring? Only some of the students are responding, rest are not. No means you're not getting, or it's not clear, or it's boring. Clear, very good. So one of the students has raised the hand and wanted to ask me the question. Shafi Rahman. Okay, Shafi, please unmute yourself. Shafi, you want to ask something? Please unmute yourself. Okay, you raised the hand by mistake, no problems. Okay, Guru wanted to ask me the question. Yes, Guru, please unmute yourself. Do you want to ask any question?
No, I think it just happened by mistake.
Okay, okay, no problem. Thank you. Okay, fine. So you people were just checking. Python is a good programming language, and it is good to have a skill set for any IT professional. Yes, yes. Now let's proceed with the session. We were discussing about the simple. It is a simple programming language. Why? I've told you because of its rich set of APIs. And what is API? API is a application programming interface. Could you provide me the details of the course content? Students, have you been through the course content till now or not? Have you been through the course content? So, what do you want to know? Tell me, students, what do you want to know in this? If you want, I'll provide you the link. Will you be able to elaborate once? Yes, I will. I will. Just a second, students. It is already there. It is already there. If you want to contact our team, they will also provide you They will also provide you the course content. Okay. And just a second. Just a second, students. I want to learn how to use Python to write Terraform scripts. I'll tell you each and everything. We have just downloaded the Python. We'll discuss each and everything. This is just a start. This is just a start. Okay. Okay. So some of the students has been through the course content also. Just a second, I'll show you. Okay, just a second, students. Course content, I'll share with you. I'll share it with you. Just a second, let me see. If it's there with me, I'll share it with you. Okay, it's there with me. I'll share it with you after the session. After the session, fine? Let's proceed now. And some students wanted me to elaborate that. See, in this, we are going to discuss about introduction first, introduction, then we'll, as I've told you, what are the features, then fundamentals, then we are going to talk about, the students wanted to know. Then what are the features of Python? In that, we are going to discuss about all the features. After that, we'll discuss about the data types in Python. We'll discuss about, yes. We'll discuss about the data types in Python. Then we'll discuss about typecasting techniques in data type. The students wanted to know what actually in the typecasting techniques, we are going to talk about the int of like how can we convert the float into int, and we'll discuss about the bool into int, then complex into int, and the str into int. So we'll discuss about all these typecasting techniques in data type. After that, we'll discuss about the sequence, like we are discussing about the data types in Python. So we'll discuss about all the data types where we are going to talk about the list category, then sequence category data type. After that, we'll discuss about the set category, dict category, and none type. After this, we'll discuss about the approaches to develop. What are the approaches with the help of which we can develop the Python program? And once we'll discuss about after the approaches, we'll discuss about operators. Now, what all are the operators? What all are the operators are mentioned here. So we'll discuss about all the operators, the arithmetic, assignment, relational operators, logical operators, bitwise, and membership and identity operators. Once we are done with the operator, we'll start with the looping or repetitive statements and the for loop concept. Then we'll discuss about the break statements, the continue, and functions in Python, which we are going to proceed. Then we'll discuss the global and local variables. See, this is the whole course content. After the arguments, the global and local variables and globals of, we'll discuss about the arguments and parameters, in which we will discuss about the types of arguments, positional arguments, in which we have positional arguments, default arguments, and then we'll discuss about the programming language. From the 12th day of our batch, we'll start proceeding with the programming. We'll start proceeding with the programming, right? Programs will start from the 12th day onwards. After that, we'll discuss about the modules. Modules. Now, what is the purpose of modules? Then definition of modules, types of modules, and programming examples. After that, we'll discuss the exception handling process in Python. So this is, after that, we'll discuss about, there are lot many things to understand. We'll discuss about the expressions and after each and every topic, we'll go ahead with the program so that you can easily understand the topic. Then we'll discuss about the thread-based application, network programming language, and after that, generators, iterators, quantifiers, and files. Then how to work with the CSV file and how to work with the OOPS concept. Then we'll discuss about the destructors and garbage collector, and later we'll discuss about the data encapsulation and data abstraction. After that, we'll discuss about the NumPy programming language, what is NumPy and advantage of NumPy. Then what is the difference between the traditional NumPy and the advanced NumPy. After that, we'll discuss about the pandas, in which in the last we'll discuss about the data structures in pandas and CVP in pandas. Then OS modules and programs. Clear to you? Clear to you? Course content is already shared. Course content is already shared by our team with you guys. So now let's proceed further. Shall we proceed? No problem. Shall we proceed? Okay, very good. Now, when we are talking about the simple programming language, what does that mean? As I've told you, it has the rich set of APIs. That is why it is known to be the simple programming language. And what is this? What is the second factor? Now, when we talk about the second factor is because it provides the garbage collector facility. Now, what is the garbage collector? What is the role of garbage collector? Garbage collector, whenever we run any program, what does the garbage collector do? It removes the unused memory space, which helps in improvement of performance of Python-based applications. Means performance of Python-based application will be improved when the unused memory space will be removed. And this is automatic memory management. We need not to do anything in that. Python takes care of automatic memory management. Garbage collector comes and removes the memory space. Third factor, to call it simple, it's because of its user-friendly syntaxes. So whenever we talk about the syntaxes, it gives so easy syntaxes that anyone can develop the error-free programs in limited span of time. Second feature, it is a platform-independent language. Now, whenever we talk about the platform-independent language, what does that mean? It means that its data types will remain same on all types of OS. Right? Now, in effective platform-independent language, all types of values will be stored in the form of objects. And they can store the unlimited amount of data, because whatever we are storing will be stored in the form of an object. And that is why we can store the unlimited amount of data. When we talk about the Java is size restricted. Whereas if we talk about the Python objects, it contains the unlimited size and unlimited values can be stored. Let's go ahead. Third feature is freeware and open source. So whenever we talk about freeware and open source, what does that mean? If any software is said to be freeware, means it can easily download it from its official website. Like we can easily download the Python from its official website, that is www.python.org, and we need not to pay for that. So it is freely downloaded from its official website. And why it is open source? See, the standard name of Python is a C Python. And some of the company vendors came forward and customized the C Python and used the customized versions as in-house tools in their company. Right? Now let's talk about some of the some of the customized versions. See, JPython, used for running the Java-based application. Okay, IronPython, used to run C#.NET applications. Next is MicroPython, which is used to develop the microcontrollers. Next is RubyPython, which is used to develop the Ruby-based application. Next, Anaconda Python, which is used to run the Hadoop applications like big data applications. So these are the distributions of Python, right? Any questions till now? Any questions, students? You can ask me. Good. Now, let's proceed. Let's proceed. Why it is known to be. Now, the fourth feature is dynamically typed programming language. Now, what do we understand by dynamically typed programming language? Students, we need to understand we have two types of languages. One is static type programming languages. Second is dynamically typed programming language. So whenever we talk about the static type programming language, it means whenever we talk about the static type programming language here, we need to define a variable with data type, otherwise we'll get the compile time. Let me show you with example. Like, let's go ahead with the Python. Now, here, I need to write, when we are talking about the static type, if I write A is equal to 10. Now, when we talk about the dynamically typed programming language as the Python is, if I write A is equal to 10, and if I write print A, type of A, then what will we get? This is a class int, means we need not to mention. But in spite of this, in the Java-based application or any other, just students, just hold for a second, please. Sorry, students. Now let's proceed. So we are talking about the static type, the difference between the static type and the dynamical type. So, like in this, declaration is mandatory. Like we need to mention int ABC. Int ABC. It is a variable. Declaration is mandatory here. But in spite of this, it will proceed with the Python programming language, we need not to define it. So all the Python programming, whatever we'll store in the Python programming is stored in the form of objects. Let me show you. Let me show you one more time. Let's proceed. Now, A is equal to 10. Now, let me write A is equal to 25.5. Now, print A, type of A. Now, let's write B is equal to 12.3. Now, print B, type of C. Now, in spite of this, if we'll go ahead, if I write C is equal to A plus B, and print C, comma, type of C, we're getting the output. And if I write print A, B, and C, if we want the declaration, we need to mention type of A, B, and C. See, we cannot go ahead with this because it can only define a single variable at a time. Okay, like we cannot go ahead like this. It can only, like in the static type, there what we are doing here. See, when we are proceeding with the static type, we are mentioning int A, B, C. Int A, B, C. This is a variable. Declaration, we have declined it here. We have declared it here. But if we'll proceed here, we need to, if we want to know the type, if we want to know that what type of class it is, what we need to do, we need to give a single variable at it. Right? Now, let me show you one more example. If I write, see, let's take the list. Is equal to, now, 10, 20, 30, or 40. Now, this is the list, right? Now, in this case, if I write print LST, type of LST, then only we'll be able to get the output. See, this is the class list. Here we can get the output only when something is mentioned. Otherwise, we'll come to know that what type of class it is. This is a class int. It will define a single variable at a time. Right? Now, how to get the output from the, if we want to get the output, if we want to get the single variable and wanted to know what type of class it is, we'll discuss in that further classes. Clear? Now let's proceed. Is this clear, students? Any questions still here? No questions. Okay, let's proceed. Interpreted programming language. Now, what do we understand by interpreted programming language? Students, the thing is, whenever we save any file, whenever we save any programming file, we need to save the file with the .py extension. .py extension. Let me show you. See, I have saved many files. Whatever file we'll save will be saved in the .py extension with the C. .py extension. So whenever we save any file, we need to save it. Just a second. Okay. We need to save it by .py extension. It is necessary to save the file with the .py extension. So when we'll go ahead, we need to run the program also. Now let's proceed further. What is the compilation? Now, what is actually the compilation and the execution process? Now, we were discussing about the compilation process and the execution process. Now, while discussing the compilation and execution process, what happens in the compilation process? The Python source code submitted to the Python compiler and it reads the source code, check for the error, verify for the syntaxes, and if no error will be there, then it will convert into the intermediate code, that is a bytecode with an extension .py. Right? And in case if the error found, then the error will be displayed on the console. In the execution process, the PVM reads the Python intermediate code line by line, convert it into the machine understandable language, and which is and read by the OSS and gives the final result. Let me show you with the help of this diagram. We have saved one file with the extension .py. This is a source code, sum.py. Then the compilation process takes place. The Python compiler converts it into the intermediate code. It reads it line by line. Compilation process takes place. This is a compilation process. It will read the source code line by line, check for the syntaxes, and check for the errors. If any error will be there, then it will be displayed on the console. If no error will be there, what will happen? In that case, it will convert it into the intermediate code, that is sum.pyc. .pyc extension. This is a bytecode. After that, once it is converted into the intermediate code, the PVM, the execution phase comes up now. Execution process will take place. What does the PVM do? It will read the bytecode line by line, convert it into the machine understandable format. Now, what is a machine understandable format? We know that, the binary code, which is read by the OS and gives the result. Now, what is a PVM? Now, what is a PVM? PVM is the Python's virtual machine. PVM is one of the Python software whose role is to read line by line of bytecode and convert it into the machine understandable code, which is a binary code, executable or binary code. Is this clear? And finally, it gives the result. And finally, it gives the result. So what is the compilation process? The Python source code submit to the Python compiler, reads the source code, check for the errors by verifying the syntaxes. If no error found, then the Python compiler converts it into the intermediate code called bytecode with an extension .p1. And if the error found in the source code, then the error will be displayed on the console. Execution process, PVM reads the Python intermediate code and line by line converts it into the machine understandable code, which is a binary code, and reads by the OS and processor, and finally gives the result. Clear to everyone? Any questions still here? Students, you can ask me. Bharti, you have joined little late. See, don't you worry about it. We'll discuss about everything tomorrow also. We'll just go ahead with the recap. Whatever we have discussed today in the session, it is just a start. It is just a start. So don't you worry about it. Tomorrow we'll definitely take a quick recap of whatever we have discussed. Okay. Can we get the recording sessions, ma'am? Yes, you will. You will get the first 3 sessions, you will get the recordings also. For first 3 sessions, you will get the record. You will get the YouTube recordings. And rest, the paid candidates will get each and everything. The PDF also. The PDF also. Right? And the recordings as well. Balaji wanted to ask me the question. Okay, please unmute yourself.
Hi, ma'am. So I'm Balaji Chandran. So the question here is, so when we save as a .py, right? So it will automatically save to pyc or just a py because it's a compiling, and then it goes into
internal process. Yeah, that is I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that is an internal process. See, that is why I have shown you with the help of the diagram. See, when we are going ahead with this, what we can see is we have saved the sound with the with .py extension. See, then the compilation process takes place, which is the internal process. If there is some error in the syntax, we will get the syntax error. or any other, we'll get the error. It will be displayed on the console. If no error comes, then what will happen? It will convert it into the intermediate code and finally gives the result.
Got it.
Got it? Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. Okay. Is this clear to everyone? Is this clear? Okay, can we get this presentation? See, whatever the you will. Okay. Hari also has raised the hand. Okay. Just a second, Hari. I'll answer your question. If you students, you need to join our WhatsApp link. Once you go ahead with the link, you will get the demo or the 3 demo sessions. You will get the videos of the 3 demo sessions there also. You can go through that as well. Okay, fine. What is a WhatsApp? Just a second. Hari wanted to ask me the question. I'll answer you. I'll come back to you. Yes, Hari, tell me.
Yeah.
Did you
Hello.
Yes,
Can you hear me?
yes. Tell
Hi,
me.
Ritu. My question is here, like as you say, see, the Python is the interpretation, right? Like it's go line by line. Is there any way I can do entire code compilation one go, like Java?
See, this is an internal process. You need not to go ahead with this. See, being a programmer, if I want to go ahead with this, I'll save some program, like it's the example of sum.py or any name. We can go ahead with the any file name. See, the compilation process, it is an internal process in this. We need not to go ahead with that. Are you getting
Okay.
me? Okay.
Yeah.
As in Java, you are asking me that as in Java, we can go. See, you cannot go ahead with this. Being a programmer, you will just come to know about the errors. Whatever the errors will be, it will be displayed on the console. Okay,
Okay.
then
Thank
you
you.
can actually go ahead. First, you'll run the program on your own, then only you'll go ahead with come forward and paste it. Then only you will be able to get it. Any other questions?
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, some of the students are asking me the questions. WhatsApp link. Please share the WhatsApp link. Okay, I'll share it. Just a second, student. I'll show you. See, it's here. It's here. You can contact our community. Join this WhatsApp link. And you will be able to get the updates on the session. Fine, shall we proceed? Any other questions till now, students? And you can also contact our support team, students, in case you have any queries. You can always contact from Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday, from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. They're always there to help you out. Anything else? Students, tell me. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll do that. See, it's shared with you guys. No problems. Any other questions? Any other questions, students? No questions? Okay, no problem. So let's wind up the session here only. Let's wind up the session here only. Rest we'll discuss tomorrow. And we'll definitely go ahead with whatever we have discussed today, tomorrow as well. We'll take a quick recap. Okay. Meanwhile, you can go ahead with the YouTube link, which will be shared with you guys on the WhatsApp group. Please join our community group for details on the session. Okay. Meanwhile, you can contact our support team also. My email ID for any questions after this, after the session, for any queries, you can contact me. For session-based query, you can contact our support team, and for any problems facing going ahead with the programs and all, you can contact me on the meeting. Till then, take care of yourself. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Thank you.